Hey guys, DJ Jack back with you here real quick once again with another video today. And in this video, I want to do my review about Wicked. I saw Wicked in the movie theaters yesterday, so spoilers for you guys that have not seen the movie, step out now if you don't want to hear my spoiler review about Wicked. And stuff about it. So basically, Wicked, it was great. For those that are not familiar with the Wicked storyline, it is a prequel to The Wizard of Oz because it takes place before The Wizard of Oz. What I mean by that is it's the story of the Bad Witch, the Witch of the West, and it's the story behind Glinda, the Good Witch. How does this fit into the Wizard of Oz story? Well, this is how it works. The Bad Witch, the Bad Witch and the Good Witch become friends at first. They meet at school. When they were originally, before they become enemies, they eventually become roommates at boarding school. I think it's a boarding school. I think it's where they start, where they first meet each other. They first meet each other with a crowd of people, and Glinda kind of is trying to go to school to be like a magician and magic person, but apparently she doesn't have her powers yet. Dorothy is not in this movie. She doesn't exist yet, because this is a prequel before. This is about the witches. This is the witches' story, basically. It's Wicked, the witches' story. This is the witches' story, basically. And this is how it leads up to before Glinda and the Witch of the West become enemies. They don't officially become enemies to the very, very end of the movie. The Bad Witch technically doesn't become evil until the very end of the movie. She doesn't officially get her flying witch's powers till the very end of the movie. Right after they go to the castle to the wizard and stuff. The Bad Witch and the Good Witch were roommates in school together, and eventually, they were friends at first, before they were enemies and before they were rivals. Before they were Good and Bad Witch, they were actually friends in school and stuff. And they met a lot of different people. It's a very good story. It's basically, and Ariana Grande as Glinda at the very beginning of the movie tells the story of the witches and how they were friends before they were kids. And in the beginning of the movie, it shows that the Wicked Witch of the West has been killed and was dead. I mean, that she was dead and stuff in the beginning of the film. And then some of the people of Oz or something ask Glinda, weren't you guys friends originally? Friends. And yes, they were friends. And eventually that goes into the story. So basically Glinda they start going into the story about how the witch was born with a green face. And they were afraid that her sister that they had before the Bad Witch was born, they were afraid that she was going to be not going to survive, and she was going to be green too. So this is an interesting story, and she's the reason why her sister is in a wheelchair is the way she is, because she was born with because the witch was born with a green face. And it's a very interesting story, and I gotta say, the actress who played Cynthia, who played the Bad Witch, she is excellent. She is incredible. She really brought the role to this, and I think she did incredible. She's also the same actor who played Harriet in the Harriet Tubman movie, and she's the same actress who played the Blue Fairy in the live-action Pinocchio on Disney+, the live-action Disney version of Pinocchio. So, yeah, very, 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 she has very good experience. She's a brilliant actor. And Ariana Grande, she was incredible. She was great. She was awesome. I thought she did a great job as Glinda. I thought she did amazing. Very, very interesting story. I'm not going to get into so many different parts of the movie because I only have a little bit of time on my phone here, but I do want to just say that my positive review of this movie, I loved Wicked. I'm really looking forward to it. I loved Wicked. I mean, the next story coming out, because they ended it at a part where there was this was part 1, which is the prequel story, and then part 2 will be the actual Wizard of Oz story. But, and that's a spoiler, because they end at the part where the witch becomes evil and she gets her flying powers, and then they end the movie and says to be continued. So coming up in the next movie, which Wicked 2 comes out next year, we will go into where they have to stop the witch and the Wizard of Oz, and will officially become, like, the story will be the Wizard of Oz story, which will be the sequel next year. So where they have to stop the witch. Now she's officially evil, they have to stop her. So yeah, that's all I have time for on this video on my stuff. I could do a part 2 talking about the Wicked movie and some spoilers, but that's all I'm gonna spoil right now for those who have seen Wicked and those who have not. So please hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you thought about Wicked if you saw it in the theaters, and we'll see you soon. Rock on.